These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Christine Stanwood. Here's some of what we're tracking right now. A woman is dead in Phoenix. Police say they found her car crashed into a large cement irrigation box after she was shot. It happened near 19th Avenue and Baseline Road. Police tell ABC15 they learned the woman was being shot at by someone in a different car while driving down the road. And while that was going on, officers say the woman was seen driving off the road where she crashed into that box. Homicide detectives are taking over the investigation. A Valley man convicted of murdering his parents and brother has received his sentence. Brandon Luhan was sentenced to 3 life sentences without the possibility of parole. We know he was convicted in June for the 2021 murders. Maricopa County Attorney's Office says Luhan showed up to a hospital and told staff he murdered his family the night before at their home in Central Phoenix. 2 of his daughters were in his vehicle at the time when those murders happened. Police say Luhan and his wife had just been kicked out of his parents' house. Today's Operation Safe Roads report. Get creative and get your message across Arizona roads. ADOT is launching its 8th annual safety message contest. You can submit your own traffic safety message, and then officials will choose about a dozen finalists. The 2 messages with the most votes will be crowned the winners and displayed on overhead message boards statewide. The Operation Safe Roads team, though, asking what this focus should be.
Have a clear message. If you want to use humor, that's great. If you want to have a straightforward, serious message, that's great. But as long as the message relates to traffic safety and it's understandable by the general public, that's what we're going for.
Now, you might remember earlier this year, it appeared ADOT was being criticized for using humor on their signs. But eventually, the Federal Highway Administration clarified their guidance and said they can use humor. They want to make sure drivers just don't get confused. And we're just now learning former President Trump's running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, is planning a rally here in Arizona. He'll be in Glendale a week from today at the Arizona Christian University Event Center on Firestorm Way. He'll begin speaking at 6 p.m. Vance's campaign says he's going to talk about the effects of Democratic policies in Arizona, including the cost of living and border policies. And we know President Joe Biden will sit down with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House tomorrow. Among the matters the 2 leaders will discuss, first, the developments in Gaza, progress towards a ceasefire, then a possible hostage release deal. After the meeting, Biden and Netanyahu will meet with the American families of Hamas-held hostages. Vice President Kamala Harris will also meet separately with Netanyahu tomorrow. An aide tells us that Harris will tell him it's time for the Israel-Hamas war in Gaza to end. A U.S. Army soldier from Arizona killed in World War II has been accounted for. This week, the American Battle Monuments Commission placed a rosette next to the name of Private First Class Alcario Flores on the wall of the missing in France, signaling that he's been accounted for. Flores was from Coolidge and was 37 at the time of his death. He'll be buried in Tempe next month. Old Town Scottsdale is getting ready for a 2-day music and arts festival this fall. And today, the festival just announced its lineup. Mountain Joy and Flatland Cavalry will be headlining the Dreamy Draw Music Festival. But hey, you can also catch Shaky Graves, Charles Wesley Goodwin, and many more acts with a mix of country, folk, and rock. Along with the music, there will be art, a trading post, and plenty of food and drinks. Now, the festival will be at the Scottsdale Civic Center on November 1st and 2nd.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. Temperatures back up above 110 degrees tomorrow. Storm chances continuing, and our ozone high pollution advisory extended through tomorrow again as well. Taking a look at those storm potential, though, as we go into the afternoon hours on Thursday. Storms pop into the north and the east, perhaps a bit more widespread across parts of the high country. And then the chance that some of these higher terrain storms could make a run down into parts of central and southern Arizona later on in the day. Futurecast really favoring Pinal County over the valley, but we'll just have to wait and see how things play out tomorrow and where those storms line up. So we're going with about a 30% chance for showers and thunderstorms here in the Phoenix metro area, a 20% shot on Friday, and then some drier air slipping in over the weekend, taking us down to a 10% shot for Saturday and Sunday. Daytime highs at or above 110 through the weekend, a little bit lower likely by Monday, but back up to 110 again for the end of your 7-day.